Joining us now once again is Elyse Smith from our own station KTRK. Elyse, now that the storm has made landfall, give us a sense of the track going forward.
Milton is likely going to slice right across central Florida tonight, Lindsay. So that's something that we're going to have to be keeping a close eye on, because it's the wind, it's the torrential rains, of course, and then the flooding as well along the coast that could continue through the night tonight. It seems like, Milton, moving still at a pretty good pace, east-northeast at about 16 miles per hour, still a Category 2 storm with winds of 110 miles per hour, but gusts could still reach up to 150. And I just want to show you the size of Milton. This was something we were warning about yesterday, that Milton was going to grow before landfall. And Milton is now the size of the Florida Peninsula. It stretches from northern Florida all the way down to the coast. And even actually it's larger than Florida. It moves into Georgia and Carolina. That's how large the storm is at this hour tonight. But one thing we have been talking about is the wind. We were actually able to pick up on an 82, 83 mile per hour gust in Tampa while Whit Johnson was reporting live for us here just a couple moments ago. And we also have that 102 measured gust that was in Sarasota, of course, as well, where Victor is. So this is definitely something that we're monitoring. But I want to point out, we're starting to see those wind gusts go up in central Florida. We are now approaching hurricane force gusts in central Florida near Leesburg. Kissimmee is also picking up on some of those strong gusts too. So we're likely seeing potentially tropical storm force to hurricane gusts even in Orlando at this hour, as the center of Milton continues to move east-northeast at about, 15 to 16 miles per hour. So this storm will likely be in Orlando potentially within a couple of hours. We're thinking maybe 1 a.m., 2 a.m., then moving offshore potentially by about 6, 7 o'clock in the morning if it doesn't slow down. There's no signs right now that it will slow down, so that's some good news. This storm should be out of here by tomorrow afternoon at the latest. But as far as these winds go, again, even just taking a look at some of the gusts into Daytona Beach, above 39 miles per hour, 39 miles per hour plus, that's when you're getting into tropical storm force gusts. And those will arrive. They've already arrived in Orlando, but we could even see close to hurricane force gusts in Orlando later tonight, potentially Milton being a Category 1 hurricane as the storm moves into central Florida. Then the storm will continue to move off to the east coast, potentially producing tropical storm force gusts all the way through 5, 6 o'clock in the morning before the storm heads out to the Atlantic Ocean. And then there's really no threat at this moment that that storm should wrap around. But as for the flash flooding, this is a serious situation, and it's a growing situation at this hour. The flash flood warnings are starting to be extended a little farther into central Florida and north of Tampa as well. So this is a flash flood emergency, meaning that flash flooding is ongoing, and it could continue with the heavy tropical rains that continue to pour across central Florida. The red area is a flash flood warning, and I wouldn't be surprised with where the location is of a heavy band of rain on Milton's northern side of the storm, the left side, not necessarily the dirty side, but the heavy rain side in this particular case, that could continue to bring some heavy tropical rains to the center part of the state. So you see where that rain band is right now. It stretches from the coast through Tampa. So Orlando is up next to potentially see those tropical storm to hurricane force winds in central Florida and Lake Buena Vista, but also potentially you could see the heavy tropical rains that could potentially produce, again, 10, 12 inches plus before all is said and done tomorrow.